We are back with a new Ecco2k release, and we are also back in this room. This isn't a permanent stay. I was here for like the majority of, well, the whole of January actually, and most of February. But I'm only here for a few days in this particular room, so don't you worry about that. We have a new Drain Gang release, though, which is what we want to be talking about in today's video, in today's review. Of course, I really had my big moment with Drain Gang. If you guys remember watching this channel, it seems as though I seem to have quite a few people that recognize me based on only my Drain Gang reviews, because I tend to have people coming in the comment sections every time I review something from Drain Gang being like, oh shit, he's drained now, oh he's slowly getting there. And if you go back to previous older videos, it's the same people commenting, which is kind of funny, and I kind of like that, how I seem to have this mini fan base of people just watching out to see what I think of the next release from this very, very cult, huge cult followed part of the internet. Really, it's very niche to the internet, but the dedication in this fan base is pretty remarkable. But yeah, I waffled on a little bit there, but the main point was that my big moment for Drain Gang was Ecco2k's E, and I slowly realized that I actually started to like a little bit of what Blade was doing too. So it definitely became apparent that I was becoming accustomed to this style and sound. And so I was looking forward to this EP, this very short 10-minute EP from Ecco2k. And once again, I like it. I think it's pretty good. I think there are some issues with it which I'll get into, but for the most part, I think it's a solid EP, and I think it only really shows potential. That's what this EP does the most. Shows the potential of where we're gonna go with a brand new album. Which I don't know if anyone knows when this is going to happen, or, you know, if it's going to be happening soon. Hopefully this year, though. I can imagine there being a full-length album this year, and this EP really is showing the direction that Ecco2k is going in, because I think there's a lot here to dig into and really appreciate. The very dizzying PXE opening track to this EP really demonstrates how much sound is being played with here, and I think that is the direction that could really be a huge benefit for Ecco2k's music. I think this really dizzying and warped and wobbly and weird psychedelic track should be longer by the way, but I think what it is doing for the runtime is really bizarre and strange, and just takes you to a completely new world. The synth on In the Flesh is really in your face and reminds me of something like Pitbull would do. What's that track that goes da, 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 da. It's that track that even the Strokes were sounding like they were ripping off on their most recent album. Definitely reminds me of that, but like a twisted and weird version of that. Like if you just kind of like took the foundations of the original melody and just like fucked it over. You just like threw it in a fucking pit of like hell or some shit, and just brought it back out, and it just was all mangled and twisted and weird. It reminds me of something like that, along those lines. Love the way it really crashes down towards the end too. This is a great moment of the track where everything just kind of collides, and it's a bloody banging collision too, because I think this part of the track sounds great. I was almost ready to say this was the best track, but I actually think the final closing track is the best moment here, where the vocals just seem to be taking completely, well, take a complete back seat and are just kind of like getting messed up in this whirlwind of bizarreness. And then you've got like the sound collage, weird instrumental that's just so noisy and again just corrupted, kind of just smashing all over the place. It sounds so cool, and again, corrupt is a good word, because I think there's just this bizarreness to this track that I think I want to hear more of. I want to hear this utilized more. Really great moment, and thankfully this one runs on a bit longer than some of the others, so I can't exactly say it should be longer, although it could have been longer. Honestly, it could have been, but I'm not going to be like, oh, it should have been, when you've got some of these tracks that are like really just barely 2 minutes. I mean, some of the tracks go to like 1 minute 20 and stuff like that, so I'm happy that this one took me on a bit more of like a longer journey. You know, I wasn't just walking to the local Tesco, I was like finding Aldi. I was going really far to Aldi. From where I live, Aldi is fucking far away, but Tesco's really close by. That's how much of a change it felt. The track Jalouse, which obviously is jealous, is a solid moment. Definitely reminds me of more of what you expect from the Drain style of lyrics, where, you know, the emotiveness comes through and then the emotions are pouring. Why you gotta be so jealous? Why you gotta be headless? That kind of stuff that you hear in Ecco2k's music, and also Blade's music as well. Definitely more of a boyish delivery on this one, and I think if you're looking at this EP and kind of like picking apart the most recognizable moments from previous stuff in the Drain Gang catalogue, this is really the one, isn't it? This is the most Drain you're gonna get. And still, I like it. I mean, I certainly appreciate the experimentation that's put into this EP, but even one of the most ordinary recognizable moments still ends up being pretty good too. The track after this, I don't know, maybe I'm being stupid. I tried searching what it's actually called, but everywhere I look, it's just got those asterisks in it, the you know, the little stars blanking out the word. And I don't know, unless it's actually just called that, and maybe you're supposed to think, what could it be? Is it like Norris's song? Is it Norbit's song? Is it Nonce's song? Is this a song? No, I can't say that. No. No. Whatever it is, someone who is super huge into Ecco's music will definitely tell me in the comments. And they'll also probably simultaneously tell me that I'm just like a discount Fantano, because that seemed to happen last time I reviewed Drain Gang. So yeah, definitely needs to be longer. Again, I know some people are probably going to be satisfied with the music that they got here, but I just can't imagine you hearing this song and hearing as cool and as quirky and as bizarre as it sounds, with that really broken synth that comes in and out. It almost sounds like the instrumental is just fragmented, and I can't imagine how you'd not listen to this and think, yeah, why can't this be longer? Like, of course it should be longer. This has got to be longer. We need 3 minutes of this, man. It sounds great. For some reason as well, it reminds me of like Jai Paul's music, where obviously there's just a kind of brokenness to it that I think Ecco is channeling in this track here as well, which I really appreciate. Not saying there's a direct influence, by the way, but I just guess I thought I'd name drop that artist, because he's pretty famous for having unfinished music, and of course I think people will probably understand what I mean by that comparison. So yeah, I mean, 10 minutes here, I've probably talked for longer than I really ought to have, considering how short this is, but I did just want to kind of express my feelings on this, because I think there's a lot of cool stuff here. There's a real huge amount to like kind of sink your teeth into, considering how short it is. There's just a lot to take in, and I appreciate how he managed to do that with this EP at 10 minutes, and yet I've probably talked for about 10 minutes as well, just reeling off my thoughts. It's kind of crazy. It's an impressive thing to achieve. And the summary really is that I like it. The direction has massive amounts of potential, and really just urging Ecco2k to get weirder and stranger as time goes on, and just extend these songs out, just flesh them out for longer. I think they could go in really interesting directions, and yeah, but overall I like what I'm hearing. As I always say, never rate my reviews for EPs, never rate them, and all you really need to know is that I like it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the review, hopefully you enjoyed what I had to say, hopefully you got something out of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Apologies as well, there's background noise, I can hear stuff from family members in the house, so you know, if that's bleeding into the audio here, I do apologize if you can hear that, but just bear with me, man. I'm only doing this in my own free time. I've just got to do the best I can. So hopefully it's not too much of an issue for you if you are hearing random little background noises and stuff like that. So thank you for watching. Do subscribe if you haven't already. That would be fantastic. Hit the bell too. So many of my videos don't seem to get massive amounts of views, despite the fact that I know people are subscribed. So hit that bell and make sure you're keeping up with what I've got to do, what I've got to say and what I've got to release and all that kind of stuff. All that, so you know what I'm trying to say. I'm waffling like crazy. Have a good day. Subscribe. Hit the like as well if you like the video, and goodbye.